and you need that in order to compete at your show. Some shows will have it available at check-ins, but I like to be ready early, so I order it, get it, and then I have it with me, and it just pretty much has your name and a number, and that's how they can pretty much identify you. Right? And then also on that website is where you can find all the NPC rules. So if you're kind of like, can I wear this suit? Can I do this thing for my posing? All of that is there, as well as the height categories. So bikini, unlike, let's say, women's bodybuilding, is going to be based on your height. So it doesn't matter how much you weigh, like women's bodybuilding or men's bodybuilding, right? They're like lightweight, middleweight. No. It's all about your height classes. So if you're 5 foot, you're probably going to be in class A. And then class B, class C, it gets higher and higher. So tall girls are in class F. See what I'm saying? So for me, I competed usually in B or in C because I'm kind of like average height, like 5'3". But yeah, don't worry about that kind of stuff when you get to the shows because you're going to be where you're going to be. Don't worry about who your competition is. You all decided to hit the stage. That's pretty much where we're going to take it from here, right? You said, all right, I want to join the NPC. I definitely want to get involved, and I have no idea what to do from now, right? So, you need to first find out who you're going to train with. Before you even decide, I'm going to do the battle on the beach in August. Okay, well that's great, but how are you going to get there? Okay, so find out how you're going to train. There's a lot of different training styles. Like I said, for me personally, I train with Team Bombshell. It's an online-based training system. I'm personally self-motivated. Some people aren't. They would rather have a trainer with them. For Team Bombshell, what they do is they send me my training, they send me my nutrition, and it's up to me to follow it and check in with my coach weekly. The nutrition is #1, in my opinion. You can't out-train a bad diet. We say it all the time, but it's really true. And I'm telling you this because I've been there. When I first started, I'd be like, oh, I can get away with like having just a little bit of this. It's not going to do anything. But then guess what I'd have to be doing when I'm 2 or 3 weeks out from the show? Busting my butt, doing cardio that is just completely unnecessary because I wasn't tight on my diet. Now, I'm like, it's not worth it. I have way too many things to do, way too busy, than to be doing excess cardio, excess training, because I was being lazy with my diet and I just really wanted to eat more peanut butter than I should, or whatever it may be. You know, it's really silly. This is something you're doing for you. No one's forcing you. Remember that. No one's forcing you to do this. This is a choice that you made, so give it your all. So, you have your trainer. You have your nutritionist, however you're doing it, your team that you've signed up with. Now it's time to pick a local show. NPC News Online, once again, is great because they usually have a list of all the shows throughout the country. And you can find out if that show is a national qualifier, which is considered a level 5 show, or you can start with something like a level 2 or a level 3, which will be a smaller local show. For someone who's just beginning, that's what I recommend because it won't be as competitive and you can get your feet wet, get on the stage, and learn. Because every single time that you get on the stage, you will learn. Still to this day, there's something happens, something goes wrong, so just remember that. Start off small and then get bigger and progress as each show goes on. Alrighty? Now when it comes to suits, I've got some examples and I'll show you guys. I personally get my suits from Jaguar Suits. They're a California-based company, and there are all different kinds of suits that you can get. So this is the suit that I wore last year. Now this one has a lot of stones on it, as you can see, but I'll show you different examples. For the coverage on the glutes, they say usually about half, but I'm sure if you guys have seen pictures, they're like, that ain't half. It's a little bit much. So, alright, and they're really small. They're super, super small, and we use glue to glue them into place, if you're wondering, like, how in the heck, right? So this one, 3 years ago, 4 years ago when I started, I would have been like, you're right, I'm not wearing that on stage, you could have paid me, no way, right? This is the front, this is the back. But you can see here, this has 2 different color stones on it, right? Really catches the light. Keep it simple, but keep it just big and beautiful. If you think, oh, this is too much, maybe back away, but you don't want to have it anyway. That's usually like the thing that they do. Alright, for shoes. I'll show you my new shoes are ratchet, but I'm going to show you anyway. Here are my pumps. Special pumps. You don't need to buy new shoes every show, right? I have the ones here that have straps on them. That's because I feel comfortable. I don't want to just fly out my shoes because I will. So these are the kind of, if you can see here at the front, the ladies over on this side, it's like an inch, that made like a half-inch platform in the front. You'll see online the ones that are this in the front platforms. Do not buy those. Okay? Because one, you're going to walk on stage like this. What is that? Don't do that. That's because you're trying not to fall, okay? You want to feel super comfortable. These shoes, because of the platform, even though the heel is high, it's just got a small platform, so you're going to feel a lot more comfortable. So everyone always looks bigger and taller. Sometimes you might meet someone that you've seen in the stage picture, and they're like, really short, you know, because they look taller on the stage. So this is adding to that beautiful illusion. So if you have blank coming up here, straps coming up your legs, it's really distracting, and it definitely makes you look like you have no idea what you're doing. Alright, and so that's pretty much what I'm trying to do here, is give you guys all the tips that you guys need so that when you get there, people are like, okay, where did she come from? You know what I'm saying? You don't, even though it's your first time, or maybe your first couple of times, just having the knowledge will set you apart from some of the girls, because you'll be like, so happy I went to that seminar, I never got to do that, and my girls got crazy stuff going on, you know what I'm saying? So, little things really make all of the difference. For these shoes, where to buy them? Superstores? I got this online because I'm doing this, not me. But there's plenty of places. You can Google clear stiletto, clear pumps. Those are 5-inch, the 5-inch heel. And you really don't want anything smaller than that, even if you're tall, looking for tall. But yeah, and there's so many pop up, 40, 50 bucks. I've had those all last year, and they're dirty because of the tan, but no one sees the inside of the shoe, you know? They just see the clear. So yeah, that's, with the shoes, super, super simple with that. You know, don't get too crazy when it comes again.